What's up guys, Mikey here with another deck profile for you for Infernities. Now I know what you guys are thinking, they're dead, it's hopeless, Archfiend got limited to 1, barriers at 1, everything's going downhill. No, it's not downhill just yet. I have been working on a semi-different build. The reason I say semi is because it's not a typical kind of Infernities that will spam out 3 Archfiends. It's a deck that will spam out 10 Archfiends with the 1 Archfiend. It sounds crazy, but if you saw the duel video montage, then you will understand what I mean. So I'm going to actually have that montage up before I post this, so you guys can go check it out. I'll put a link somewhere as I'm talking around this time, so you can go to that link and you can see what I do with the new, I wouldn't say the new version of Infernities, but Infernities, because it's still Infernities. So let's start off. We have the 1 Archfiend, limited to 1 now because of the October ban list. Hopefully we'll see it at 2 in the next ban list. Maybe we'll see it back at 3 and something else limited. Who knows? But I really think, and I'm not gonna stand here and preach about what Konami should have done, what it should not have done. I'm just gonna say it was a bad move on their part. Just because they top world doesn't mean they're that broken. Wink, wink. 1 Dark Grepher. I think that's standard. Drop a Dark, send a Dark, so you can get rid of your hand faster. We're running 3 Stygian Street Patrol for the special summoning effect, as well as whenever you can the primary effect of level damage of effect damage. Plus he comes in handy a lot, and a lot. Now this is where it diverts a little bit. We're running 1 Sacred Crane. I know what you're thinking. Why Sacred Crane? Why? You'll see why. And you'll understand why. Because its effect is when it's special summoned, you can draw 1 card, and you will understand how and why. 1 Armageddon, 1 Summoner Monk. Armageddon, same thing, send Dark, send Stygian, send whatever you need, and Summoner Monk gets that special summon, so you can special Grepher drop into a Love Wall Chain, so you stack or drop, so you get, it's like a double Foolish Burial depending on how you play it. Or it could be a Saki son of a bitch. And we have 3 Necromancer, standard, 1 Avenger, standard, and again, this is where it diverts, 2 Infernity Mirage. Now, normally you wouldn't run Mirage, but this makes Archfiend back at 3, and a few other cards that make it back at 6 and back at 10. Because with this card and a few other cards, you can literally spam out all the Infernity cards and still win the duel. So I'm going to leave it at that for the monsters and put them over here. And for the spells, we have 2 Instant Fusions, 1 Dark Hole. Normally I would have Soul Charge, but I don't have Soul Charge. Plus I never really liked the idea of Soul Charge in the deck, because I do like to attack my opponent when he's down. No, like, not like that. Not like a Heartless Bastard, but you know what I mean. So, Soul Charge isn't in the deck. 2 Upstarts, 1 Foolish, double MST, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Launcher. The reason for 2 Upstarts is because I don't like the idea of 3, having my opponent gain 3,000 life points is a bit too much. Plus, they'll mainly be used for the Summoner Monk effect, because we have Sacred Crane, which will be the draw power of the deck, and you'll understand how right now, actually. So that's it for the spells. Now as for the traps, we have 1 Bottomless, 2 Mirror Force, 3 Infernity Break, 1 Torrential, 1 Localized Tornado. Again, I don't have Daigusto, I'm working on it. Localized Tornado is still a second best option because it gets rid of your hand, it puts your graveyard back into your deck. It's basically recycling an Infernities without Daigusto. 3 Breakthrough Skills, 1 Compulse, 1 Barrier, 1 Solemn Warning, and here's the reason I added Sacred Crane. 3 Call of the Haunted. Now let me explain Call of the Haunted. when you have Sacred Crane in graveyard, which you will, or in hand, even if it's in hand, you'll still get to graveyard because through Instant Fusion, through Summoner Monk, through anything at all, it will be in your graveyard or your hand, whichever one is fine. You Call of the Haunted to get that draw, and you get a monster on board. Even if they MST it, it happened to me. He MST'd the Call of the Haunted, and I special Crane, and Crane got its effect. So I got that +1 draw. And the reason that helps is because you can draw into something that you might need, and you probably will need. Who knows? You may draw into crap, but that one draw can make or break the whole game. I'm not saying to rely on that one draw, because there are like 20 other different plays you can do without it, and there were 20 different plays. But that's the basic Call of the Haunted. But it's not only focused around Sacred Crane. It can bring back Necromancer, it can bring back Greffer, it can bring back Summoner Monk, it can bring back literally anything. Even Archfiend. So you can spam out Archfiend 3 more times with this guy. And if you're using Necromancer, you can spam it out 3 more times with him and 2. 100 Ice Dragon as well. So it's you never really lose Archfiend. It's like he got downgraded. That's how I see it anyway. I don't believe they're dead. Not yet. Not until I see this deck in action. I'm gonna put this over here, and I'm going to go on to the extra deck. Extra deck, we have 2 Carnival Warriors for the Instant Fusion, 1 Catastor, 1 Armades. Again, I don't have Goyo, so he's a substitute for now. Celestial. It's still a good level 6. Brings down a monster by 2400. Only back draw is if there's no monster. Big deal. Not going to use him for that anyway. 1 Doom Dragon for precaution. I normally don't bring him out. Normally, because I rely on the 100-Eye Dragon and the Void Ogre Dragon and the BLs. Because you can do the 100-Eyes Dragon loop in this deck, which is scary. So when you do this loop, you won't need Doom Dragon. Doom Dragon is situational for when you can't run over a monster. And then BLs and Void Ogre are just there to make sure that you can run over that monster, no matter what it is. So that's the synchros and fusion, so let's get to the exceeds. 1 Levier for the recycling whenever Archfiend gets banished. So you can recycle it with this, or you can get back your Stygian or whatever monster you banished through Infernity Break or whatever happened. 1 Cowboy. Again, no Daigusto and no Castel. I have yet to pick up a Castel actually, so Cowboy is still a good substitute. 800 effect damage, 2500 attack damage, you know. Normally this would be 2 level chain, but level chain is very expensive. 1 Rhapsody and Berserk, because this card will banish out 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard, and it's really good. And then we have the 1/101 for every situation. The reason I consider this over Exiton Knight and everything else, because mainly I didn't want to put in Exiton Knight. It will screw over my back row, my monsters and everything, and I don't want that. So Rhapsody and Berserk is another alternate. Not to mention it can equip itself to an Exceed monster. This is more of a synchro-based deck with mixed mini Exceed summonings. Whenever you need them. Not when you can do them like spam out 3 every second. No. This is more of the synchro variant. Because synchro variants are so awesome nowadays, right? Well, anyway, I hope you guys think the same way I do, that Infernities are not dead yet. At least I don't think they are. I keep saying that, but you know, some part of me knows they're dead, but I still want to play them. You know, next ban list, maybe they'll actually Konami will actually fix something with the ban list. I mean, this ban list got a lot of hype now with the 2-card 40 combo everything in plants and glow up bulb and just everything. Anyway, I'm Mikey. I hope you like this, and I will see you guys later.